What's up, aliens? It's Big Al. Welcome to another dumb sports vlog. Um, are the Bucks better without Giannis? This is weird. Giannis actually went off for 19 points in the first quarter and then got hurt, and all of a sudden the Bucks win a game. I don't know which one I'd rather have: Giannis being a superstar and winning every game, or the Bucks not having him and actually winning the finals. That's a hard one for me. I love Giannis so much. I hope he gets better. I hope the Bucks figure it out. I don't think the Bucks are better without Giannis. I think the Heat kind of backed off. They're like, all right, we don't have to defend Giannis now. We can kind of step back a little bit. Kind of played down to their level of competition, and then the Bucks just took advantage. Avoided a sweep. Thank you for not getting swept. Number one seed getting swept by the 5 seed would be awful. Thank you for not doing that. The Celtics, they're looking good. They were in trouble, so they gave up that 2-0 lead, but then they came back and they smashed the shit out of the Raptors today. Basketball's heating up. Things are looking good. The Rockets are playing with the Lakers. They came back from a 20-point deficit last night. I think the Rockets might upset the Lakers. Now, I said the Mavs would upset the Clippers last round too, but the Rockets are a more well-rounded team with the veterans. The Mavs are younger. The Rockets have veterans that can do some damage, and they'll know how to handle the situations in playoff time. I think the Rockets have a much better shot of beating the Lakers and the Clippers than anyone else, especially since I know the Bucks aren't going to be in it. They're not going to come back from a 3-0 deficit. It would be the first time in NBA history, but with Giannis' sprained ankle, I don't know. It's not looking great. But basketball's heating up. We got conference finals coming up. The Celtics are probably going to be in it. They went up 3-2 on the Raptors today. The Clippers, I don't know. The Clippers are struggling with the Nuggets. The Nuggets came out of nowhere, and Jamal Murray started averaging 50 points a game. That team's not going to win, but, I mean, they're giving them a run for their money. And by extending the Clippers series with the Nuggets, they'll probably end up tiring players out like Kawhi and Paul George, and then their next series, the conference finals, they'll struggle against whoever. So, I mean, these teams are kind of feisty. I mean, we look at the Suns. The Suns went 8-0 in the bubble after running a train on that girl. And you never know in the bubble. I mean, if the Suns went 8-0 and the Heat went up 3-0 on the Bucks, I mean, you never know. Honestly, anything could happen. The Heat could win it all. Who knows? All right. Football is like 3 days away. 3 days. All right. Jesus died and rose again in 3 days. That's all we got to wait for football. All right. 3 more days. Chiefs, Texans. No fans. Are they having fans? Oh, the Chiefs are having like 17,000 fans. It's kind of a lot. A lot of teams came out and said they were doing like 6,000 fans. I think it's 10%. And then the Chiefs went full out like 25%. But we will have fans on Thursday night. It should be a really good game also. I'm going to watch the whole thing. I'm going to sit there and pick it apart with a fine-tooth comb. If that's even the saying, who knows. Patrick Mahomes is going to throw for 500 yards. Deshaun Watson is going to throw for 400 yards. And football's going to be back. These are the 2 future quarterbacks of the league. And then you got Lamar Jackson in there somewhere too. But these guys both just got paid, coming off good seasons. And these are just like 2 trains just running at each other on the same track. The Chiefs are obviously the better team. They just won the Super Bowl. But, I mean, look out for the Texans. Deshaun Watson just got stupid paid. It's going to be good. The final cuts came out this weekend. The Steelers cut Ryan Switzer, which is a godsend. That guy sucks so bad. He's like the poor man's Julian Edelman if Julian Edelman couldn't make any team in the NFL except one. And that's he was. He kept making the Steelers team. He was like Ben Roethlisberger's best friend. That's probably the only reason why he kept making it. He's gone. Thank God. They cut Duck, which kind of sucks. They brought back Josh Dobbs from Jacksonville. And they cut Duck, which is terrible. Duck was so good for us last year in a couple games, and then he sucked in other games. He acted like undrafted in some games, then he acted like a second-round pick in a bunch of games. He's on our practice squad, so I guess if we have some injuries in the backfield, things will be looking better. But Adrian Peterson got cut. That was kind of shocking to me, especially since there's 0 people in the Washington backfield. You know, the next man up, Antonio Gibson. 38 touches last year in college. 38? I couldn't even tell you what college he went to right now. I should have looked it up. That's bad on me. But I couldn't even say what college he went to, and he's going like 5th round in fantasy. I was gonna try to. I thought he was gonna be a secret. You know, I was gonna be. I thought he was just a secret, so I was like, I wasn't picking him, I wasn't doing anything. I think it's like the 6th round, and Antonio Gibson's like, damn, people knew about this too. I thought I was the only one that knew about it, but you know, that's how it goes. Fantasy football, people pick their stuff. Chris Thompson got named the starting running back for the Jaguars today, so I tried to pick him up in all 4 of my leagues. I mean, this is just how it goes, right? That year that Le'Veon sat out, I picked up James Conner in all 4 of my leagues. I ended up winning 2 of them. So you got to pick up the guys that are going to fly under the radar for training camp and the draft and stuff like that. And speaking of contracts and NFL players getting paid, Cam Hayward is a Steeler for life, baby. The captain of the defense, I am so excited. There was kind of some tension between them that he may not be coming back because of contract negotiations. And we have so many people we need to pay. We've got next year, well, we tagged Bud Dupree this year. TJ Watt's contract is up next year. Minka Fitzpatrick's going to come up in a couple of years. Man, there's a lot. Juju's coming up. I think there were talks about Juju extending already. I think he's been in the league 3 years, 1 Pro Bowl year. Rocking my Juju right now. Standing over Vontaze Burfict. But I don't know, man. I love Juju so much. He's got to produce. I don't know why they extend him before the season in which he was hurt last season. They're going to have to try to extend James Conner if he has a good season. A lot coming up for the Steelers. Our line is getting old. Defense is amazing, but we're going to have to start paying those guys. And it's going to come up real fast. We have 0 cap space as it is, so it's going to come up. It's going to hit us like a ton of bricks. All right. I never ever talk tennis. Did you guys see that video of Novak Djokovic decking that girl? Was it a girl? I don't know. It kind of looked like a girl. Decked a girl in the throat with a tennis ball. He was just doing that thing where if you ever watch a tennis match, you know the tennis guys, they sit there, they throw a ball on the ground. If they don't like it, they just swing behind them and get rid of the ball to the ball boy. But bad luck for Novak, the Joker. When he swung, it hit a judge right in the throat, right in the Adam's apple. I don't know how you get more unlucky than that. He got booted from the tournament. Number 1 overall seed, best player in the world. Straight up got booted for the tournament for just whacking this person in the throat. What a guy. That's all the tennis I'll probably ever talk. But you just got to watch that video. It's hilarious. That brings me to my weekly segment. My snap of the week. See my Thanos gauntlet back there? I snap away something that I don't like, or I'm just going to talk shit about something. So here it is. NFL Fantasy Football app. You're gone. Snapped away. Fucking suck. Are you shitting me? I was sitting there. I took out the trash, and it was 6:03 or 6:02, and the draft started. It went through, and I missed. I had the 9 pick, and I had the 9 pick, and it auto drafted Devontae Adams for me, who wasn't projected to like 16, and then out of a 10-team draft, so I come around 3 picks later, and it drafted Kenyon Drake, who was like freaking 17. It's like, why did you draft me these players that were so freaking high up? And then throughout the whole draft, the app crashed like 4 times. And one time I went back in there, and it was like the 11th round, and it drafted Justin Tucker for me. Are you shitting me? It drafted the Bills. It auto drafted the Bills defense for me, and I was like, crap, I needed defense because I didn't see that it auto drafted, and so I was on my 2nd pick, and I drafted the Vikings defense, and then my buddy's like, oh, Alec drafted 2 defenses. I was like, what? And then I saw that it auto-drafted for me. Like, it kept auto-drafting for me at random times. I'm usually pretty good about this stuff, but this app sucks. All right? I use ESPN for mine, and ESPN works well. And I use Sleeper for a couple of them. And Sleeper is actually really well that no one knows about. All right? Sleeper is probably the future. I might change my league over to Sleeper next year. Should have done it this year. Sleeper is good. It's got a good chat. NFL just sucks all around. I mean, it looks so weird. I mean, ESPN has that weird lime green look, but NFL, like, it's so done. I'm done with the NFL fantasy football thing. How are you going to mess up fantasy football for your own goddamn league, right? I'm done. You're snapped away. All right. COVID-19's been going around, and no new movies have come out. And so my lead texted me that he bought Mulan on Disney Plus. And then he sent me his login for Disney Plus so I could watch it. And I was like, cool, I'm not paying $30 for Mulan. So, for no reason at all, on my sports vlog, I'm going to give you a review of Mulan. And you're probably not going to watch it after it. But here we go. Mulan was colossal dog shit. This movie sucked. Man, the whole thing felt rushed. And I really like the old movie. I like Disney movies. I go to Disneyland with my wife. We have passes. We're Disney fans. This whole movie sucked. All the live actions have been cool. Beauty and the Beast was cool. Jungle Book was cool. Aladdin was cool. This one was terrible. It was nothing like the original. And the whole thing was rushed. The character development. There was this witch that worked for the Hun the whole time. And the witch kind of like wanted Mulan to join forces with her and take over the world. And then Mulan said no. And then the next scene, the witch sacrifices herself for Mulan. Like, where'd that even come from? You were enemies like 30 seconds ago, and now she just sacrificed her life for her so she could kill the Hun leader. And that guy was pathetic. My wife and I were watching the original right now. The Hun was all big and freaking muscular and beat the shit out of dudes. This Hun was like 6'1" maybe. The guy was not intimidating at all. There was no music. Like we all heard about this months ago. There's no music. There's no Mushu. Chim Po was in there, but he barely did anything. Just the whole thing. And the worst part about it was, I liked the music for that movie. But the worst part about it was, in the scenes where the music would have gone and they would have been singing, they just played the instrumental part of the songs. And it was like that Reflection song, when it was supposed to be in the movie, it was playing without words, just in the background, like an ambient sound. Like, are you kidding me? You still put the music in there without putting the music in there? Whatever. That movie, Mulan, was a summary of how 2020's gone. It was awful. It was shit. Don't pay the $30 for it. I watched it for free. If you can find a way to watch it for free, I mean, give it a shot. But I don't think you're going to like it. Mushu wasn't even in it. He was like a phoenix spirit kind of thing. He showed up like 3 times in the movie, never said a word. Just showed up when Mulan was in trouble. And she like looked at it and was like, oh, that's my ancestors watching over me. And then that was that. And then she got like the energy to go do something. I mean, just, they should have been better. We owe the Chinese better. I mean, every movie is like a testament to like the race of the people that are in the movie, right? We owe the Chinese better. They got done dirty by Mulan. They're gonna bomb the shit out of us. Don't show Mulan to China. They're gonna hate it. Mulan had all these superpowers too. Like the witch had like superpowers, and Mulan had superpowers. Like she kicked an arrow at a guy, and she kicked spears at guys, and they flew like straighter than when he threw them. I mean, I could go on for a long time about this movie, but don't watch it. It sucked. I'm just throwing that in there because I like to watch new movies and I love going to the movies. And since it's 2020 and this is all we got, there's some Mulan review for you. All right. I'm going to give you guys a list too to cap off the Labor Day weekend. It was hot as balls. It was 117 at my house yesterday. And then today I walked outside and it was like cloudy. And I was like, this is weird. It was 117. Now it was all cloudy. It was smoke from a fire. I got to my truck and there was ash all over it. And literally all day it looked like it was just overcast, but it was literally just smoke all day. The air quality was terrible. I couldn't even leave my house. I mean, it's what a Labor Day. What a 2020. But on Sundays, my wife and I get donuts and coffee. So it just inspired me to do Big Al's top 5 donuts or goods you get at donut shops. All right. So number 5, BEARCLAWS. Rare. Now you know I like bears. You've seen my tattoo. Bears for life, baby. Not Chicago Bears. Chicago Bears suck. But I like BEARCLAWS. BEARCLAWS are bomb. You get them at any of the donut shops. Now I'm not talking like Dunkin' Donuts and Krispy Kreme. I'm talking the legit donut shops where you get all the good stuff. It's all fresh. If you go too late in the day, it's disgusting because it's sat out all day. But yeah, BEARCLAWS. Number 4, apple fritters. Apple fritters are the bee's knees. If you don't like apple fritters, then you're just wrong. All right, I'm not even going to argue on that one. I don't even have anything to say about them. They're just really good. Number 3, Boston cream. This one gets a lot of hate. They say the cream tastes like crap, but these are people that like jelly-filled donuts, and jelly-filled donuts are disgusting. Like if it was a peanut butter and jelly filled donut, it would be much better. But jelly filled donuts are garbage, and Boston cream takes the cake every single time on those. Don't at me. Don't argue with me on that one. I mean, you can, but I'm a fat guy. I know my foods, so don't mess with me. Number 2, the maple bar. And I take my maple bars multiple ways. The donut shop on my house sprinkled a bunch of bacon bits on a maple bar, and it was fantastic. So I like that maple bar. I like the regular maple bar. Maple bars are awesome, right? I could probably eat 3 or 4 maple bars in one sitting. That's probably my favorite donut. My number 1, big shocker, jalapeno ham and cheese croissants. Now, if you don't, I know it's not a donut. Don't mess with me. Don't comment on me saying I'm a fraud. Jalapeno ham and cheese is the bee's knees. All right, go to the donut shop at least, or get a ham and cheese if you don't like spicy things. My brother thinks ketchup is spicy, so don't go and just diss it. It is so good. Jalapeno ham and cheese croissant. They warm them up for you. It's the best thing you can get in a donut shop. It's not even a donut, but it's the best. I eat them all the time. I eat them whenever we go, every Sunday. All right. Top 5 donuts, Mulan review. Talked a little bit of sports. Talked a little bit of tennis. That was the first time I've talked tennis on this on this vlog. Don't expect it too much. That's all I got. Football in 3 days. We got basketball still going on. Baseball's fading off in the distance. Whatever. Freaking. The Angels started to suck, so I stopped watching. Hockey's actually in the Final Four. You got who the Knights made it. The Lightning are in there. The Islanders. I don't know the 4th team. I should have paid more attention to hockey. I like hockey, but sometimes it's hard to watch on TV. I really like going to hockey games. And sometimes it's hard to watch on TV for me. I don't know what it is. I'm just a simpleton. But I hope you guys have a good rest of your night. Thanks for watching another dumb sports vlog. I'm Big Al. Follow me on social media. Thanks for the support. Appreciate you guys. Love always. And remember, Iowa sucks.